Hello and welcome to another weekly crafting vlog. So I forgot to do an intro, so I'm doing it now. I've already been out for the day. I'm going into the city. There is a go-go safari trail. So there's different painted animals around Norwich, and there's some sort of on the outskirts of Norfolk. It's to raise money for the charity Break. And yeah, we're going to go along and find some of these animals, take pictures, that sort of thing. And I thought I'd film it. And there's also a local makers market, so I thought I'd go along to that as well. So yeah, come along with me for a go-go safari and slightly crafty day.
Drop spindles are quite easy to use.
I've never had a go at this craft, but yeah, it looks really therapeutic.
Would you like to have a go? You're very welcome.
No, I don't want to mess it up for you.
You won't mess it up.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
So are you going to be dyeing this?
So I've come predominantly to meet up with Sam to teach Sam how to spin.
Yeah,
because I promised to do a spinning lesson, but yeah, I run a blog at the moment, so I'm sort of trying to finish uni, so I'm just like, whether I can potentially go somewhere with that as well.
Okay. How long have you been spinning then?
I've been spinning for about 8 years or so.
Okay.
I'm on Instagram.
Oh.
And I'm going to be coming up to Tour de Fleece, so I'm going to be spinning pretty much every day in July for the duration that Tour de France runs. But yeah, so now I've sort of been doing lots of things. So this is Plum Forest wool. I'm trying to document as many British sheep breeds as I can as well.
Okay.
And so yeah, I did a Victorian cycling jumper and knitted it, but from an old pattern.
We're just doing the Go-Go Safari Trail and we found another one. Oh, Dad's in the way.
I'll get mine first.
Selfie with Paddington.
He's got a marmalade sandwich. He's not willing to share though.
Norwich Cathedral Herb Garden. Pretty. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. Oh my goodness. How pretty is that? Blickland Hall? Is it Blickland Hall? Pretty. Look at the teal. So pretty.
Have to go through
Emma!
oh, you're wearing a safari hat!
Oh, look at the octopus! Oh, yeah. Oh, mushy pops! Love that. Thank you. Yeah, the chenille, well, I've got so much of this sort of yarn at home, but I've not done anything with it. Oh, all the colours. Oh, I love the flowers. How they're like wrapped up. It's really cute. Yeah. It's an incredibly hot day. Ice cream! future bag
Did you see those?
that I want.
Oh, sorry.
I did not see them. Lovely. Love that. Okay, so I'm home now and it was very hot out there. So I thought I'd just show you something I purchased today from the local makers market. I didn't purchase much today, to be honest, even though I was up the city, but our main thing was, you know, just going on the Go-Go Safari Trail. Yeah, I thought I'd share this with you because it is going to be craft related. So these were supposed to be earrings. So I purchased these two cat-shaped sort of like resin charms, and they've got a hole in the middle, and I was thinking of turning these into stitch markers. So yeah, I just thought they were really cute. They're cats, I love cats, and I liked the like iridescent, it's sort of shining purple and blue in this like certain lights. So yeah, my aim is to attach like a ring into here and then attach like a lobster clasp to it to turn it into a stitch marker. So yeah, I've got two of those and they are from a local business called Otto Loki. So yeah, she's on Instagram and she has got a website, www.ottoloki.co.uk, and yeah, she does lots of different sort of resin earrings, homeware, accessories. So yeah, I'd go check her out if you want to do something similar to me. But yeah, I thought I'd turn these into stitch markers and I'll probably film the process. In fact, let's do it now. Turned out. Apologies for the noise the aircon unit is on because it got up to 30 degrees. But yeah, I've turned these into two stitch markers. So I am going to knit a bit on my Tolster tee because it's very nearly finished. I'm on the last sleeve. ready for the ribbing. Nearly done. Lovely dog walk. I'm now home and I think I'm going to block my Tolster tea. Okay, so I've finished my Tolster tea and this is currently what it looks like unblocked. So I'm now going to block it and hopefully it stretches out a little bit. So at the moment on the bottom of the ribbing, it is sitting a little tight, but that's probably how I cast it off. But yeah, overall I'm really happy with this and yeah, let's block it. So here it is, the Tolster tee is on the blocking mats, and this is the first time I've ever blocked a garment, or anything for that matter, so I hope I've done it right. I think it's quite evenly spaced around, and I have used every single one of my blocking pins, so yeah, I hope that's okay. But now it just needs to stay there until it's dry. So whilst the Tolster tee is blocking, I need to post some orders. So yeah, I'll just go to the post office and do that now. And then I'll come back and maybe do a little bit of knitting. Okay, so today I have blocked my Tolster tee. It's still drying, but it's been a really hot day, so hopefully it'll be ready tomorrow so I can wear it. But yeah, I've mostly been cracking on with this. So this is the dragon shawl pattern that I've designed, and yeah, I've added a couple of more colours, so I can't remember where I was up to. I've used all of this colour here, which was colour 7, and I finished on colour 6. So yeah, I've done about that much today, I think. Anyway, I've just added a new ball. This is colour 8, and then I have 4 colours left. So obviously each section is becoming longer now, so So yeah, it just depends how long that will take really. So yeah, I'll continue more on this tonight, and then hopefully tomorrow you will see me in my Tolster tee. Okay, so the Tolster tee is dry. So that has been drying all day and all night. Now I can take it off the blocking boards and wear it. Okay, so here it is. It's all blocked and it's definitely grown. It's grown in length. So hang on, yeah, you can see it a bit better now. So yeah, it's definitely grown in length because before, I want to say it was about here. So it's just under my belly. But yeah, it has grown to about here, which I'm quite happy about actually, because I like longer t-shirts, and I don't know if you can see, but I've got a bit of drape. So the Tolster tee by Rebecca Clow is supposed to be a slightly oversized boxy sort of t-shirt. So I have discovered by blocking it, it has turned out the way I wanted it to. So I'm just so happy. You can see how, you know, I've got extra drape here, which is lovely because I don't like my tummy and I don't like things clinging to it. So this is perfect. And yeah, the sleeves are not too tight. So what I did with the sleeves is I actually used a 3.5mm when I did my ribbing and then when I cast off. So because when I cast off on the bottom, I actually used a 2.5mm only because I didn't have a 2.75, which was recommended in the pattern. I can still feel it's slightly tight at the cast off, but because I've got this extra length, that is fine. I don't mind that at all. But yeah, I am going to get so much wear out of this, I can tell. And I didn't do a gauge swatch. So I know it's very important to do a gauge swatch, especially if you're taking all this time to knit a garment. And I was just lucky, I think. But overall, I'm so happy with the fit of this. And also I noticed after blocking is the neckline sort of stretched out a bit. So it's become more like a boat neck, which I really like. I wear t-shirts of all sorts, t-shirts sort of that come close to the neck, t-shirts that are a bit lower, but this is perfect. It's a perfect amount of space. But anyway, I just love it. The fabric feels lovely and soft. It's 100% merino, so the yarn was Drops Baby Merino, as I've said. This was actually a sport weight yarn. So in the pattern, it calls for 4-ply, or you can do a DK version. So I chose the 4-ply, and I chose the Drops Baby Merino out of my stash because I bought it as part of a D stash, and I thought that yarn would be perfect for this project. So it has worked out overall. Although it wasn't a 4-ply and I was following a 4-ply pattern, it still worked. So yeah. I'm going to do a turnaround so you can see the full pattern. I am so pleased with this pattern. Okay, so you would have just seen me try on the Tolster tee. I have changed only because I don't want to wear it too much because I do want to share it on my podcast, you know, looking quite nice. I might wear it to craft group tonight, who knows. I should really film my podcast today, but I really can't be bothered. It's too hot and I just want an extra week of working on things really. But anyway, now that is off the needles, I would like to cast on something new. So I've had this idea in my head for a while now. I've bought the yarn for it, but I just haven't started it because I had in my head that as soon as I finished the Tolster tee, I could cast something else on, because when I have too many whips, I get a bit overwhelmed. I don't know if any of you are the same, but yeah, I had in my head as soon as I finish that, I can cast something else on, so then it kind of balances out. I am going to get that yarn out of the cupboard and cake it up. Before I do that, I just wanted to say that I do have plans to cast on a new garment, and that is for a knit along with my craft group. So we're going to do the Geddy tee. Have I shared the yarn with you? I don't think I have. Hang on a second. So this is the yarn that I'm using for the Geddy tee, which is the next garment that I am casting on. So let me show you the yarn. So I've showed this to you previously, but I got 3 skeins in this colour from Lay Family Yarn. It's in DK. And then, I don't think I've shown you this one, but I purchased this mini set from Craft House Magic, my friend Ellie. And yeah, hang on. Let me show you these gorgeous colours. So these are going to be the crochet granny squares for the shoulder detail, and I thought they went really nicely with this colour. So this is a nice dark colour, and these are going to be like nice contrasting colours to go along the shoulder. So I don't know how I'm going to do the granny squares yet. I know that I'm not going to have solid coloured granny squares, so I'm probably going to alternate between sort of like a light row, like the middle section, and then change it up with like a darker round and then another coloured round. So yeah, I've got all these colours to play around with. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, anyway, let's cake up this yarn. So these are the yarns that I bought from Lay Family Yarn, and I will be making a right around the corner shawl. I think it's what it's called. I've got the pattern, I've got the yarn, I just need to cast it on. That was the worst cake I've ever done. Yeah, it's not so great at the bottom, but I can tuck it in. It'll be fine. Yeah, that's fine. Gorgeous speckling in there. Right, now on to the second one. I'm not going to record this one. So that turned out much better. So now I have 2 skeins of yarn caked up, I can make a start on the project. Okay, so like with any project, I must choose a project bag. And because I've finished my Tolster tee, which was living in this bag, I'm going to use this for this shawl. Makes sense. I think I've got to clear this out a little bit, yeah. So I've got the leftover needles that I was using and the pattern. Hang on. So I might be able to repurpose some of these, maybe not these ones, but yeah, these are the interchangeable needles on sort of various cables. That's the pattern. So this is the leftover yarn that I have, and I've got all the ball bands too. They were 50-gram balls. That's a point. I haven't weighed my Tolster tee to see how much yarn that actually took. Yeah, I'll do that another time. But anyway, before I get sidetracked. So yeah, that is going to be going in my, I don't know, scrap pile. Ooh, some more scraps. Okay, that project bag is empty. Now to fill it. So I've got my 2 cakes of yarn. They fit in there quite nicely. And I have my pattern. So this is the shawl that I'll be making. This is the Right Around the Corner shawl by Lisa Haynes. So I'm just going to read the pattern and see what needles I need. Okay, so the pattern calls for a 3.5mm needle. However, it does say gauge isn't important and you can go up a needle size for like extra drape. I'm going to stick to what the pattern recommends and I'm going to go for a 3.5. That tends to be most finger and weight patterns. I mean, at least the Tolster tee was. So yeah, I've got a bunch of needles here. Not these ones, too big. So yeah, I'm going to get a 3.5 in metal. I'm not going to make that mistake again. So these are needles that I purchased because I didn't have a set of metal needles. I had a small set of wooden needles and I had similar size in plastic needles. So that's what I knit with my Tolster tee, the plastic ones. And I found I wasn't enjoying knitting with the plastic ones. I enjoyed the Tolster tee. I just realised that I didn't like the plastic needles. So anyway, I've got metal ones. These are 3.5mm. These are Knit Pro. And yeah, initially it says to cast on 3 stitches, but it's a, hang on, if I show you the picture, so you can see that there's 2 colours in the main body of the shawl, and then there's 2 other sections here. So basically the main body of the shawl uses both of these colours, and then you pick up stitches to then work these other 2 sections separately. So yeah, the main body is being started first, which will use both colours. And yeah, it starts off as like a tip of the shawl and then it goes wider. So I've got to figure out what cable size to use. I don't want it to be too big, although I could start off with maybe a smaller one and then increase to a larger one eventually. Yeah, I'll pick out a medium size one for now. So this one here, I think is the one I'm going to use. I mean, it may seem a bit long for a 3-stitch cast on, but it will get bigger. Just, I don't know how much bigger. I don't think I need this much length. I'll see if I've got a smaller one. Okay, so it turns out that this in my current case is like the most medium size that I have. However, I remember that I bought some of these. Yeah, I don't actually know what size this one is. So I'm going to get this one out because this is 50 centimetres. So yeah, I'll get that out and see how it compares to this one. Okay, so this is a 50 centimetres. I feel that is too small still. Pop that back. But I do have a 60 centimetre, so I'll give that a try. Okay, yeah, I think that will work. So this one is the 60 centimetre cable, and I think that is the one that I'm going to use. It's not so much of an overkill, and I know that I will be adding the needles to give extra length. So yeah, I think that's the one I'm going to use. Okay, so it's a little bit later. Oh, Lily! Okay, so it's a bit later and I'm very hot. I have had lunch and then I got a bit distracted. So I'm currently cooking tea. Oh, hello. Yeah, currently cooking tea. So I do want to cast on this shawl. However, I do have these 2 running around. Hey, it's my hand. But I do have craft group tonight. So I could take it along there to cast it on, or just take something easy like my litmus cowl. We'll see. But yeah, I thought I'd cast it on because, you know, progress is progress. Okay, they're really tight on the needles. I'm going to start that all over again. That was much better. Okay, so they were the 2 setup rows. I'll do a little bit more. Okay, so this is how much I've done. So this pattern is actually really easy. Yeah, it's called Right Around the Corner Shawl, and yeah, it's so easy. I've literally done this much and I've got it up in my head for the main body anyway. So yeah, it's quite memorizable. It's only a 2 pattern repeat, and you're changing every 2 colors. So when I'm changing the colours, I'm carrying it up the side. So I'm not cutting my yarn, anything like that, because there's no way I'm weaving in all them ends. So yeah, just carrying it up the side. And it's making quite a nice pattern. If I show you, because this is the side where I carry it up. It's really hard to show you actually. It doesn't look too bad. Actually, no, it's the other side that's making a nice pattern. Do you see that? So this side is where you slip the stitches. And yeah, it's making a really nice sort of pattern. So anyway, I'm going to continue with that, and I will probably take this to craft group with me. So come along with me to craft group. So Nanny Karen made that for you. Do you love it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Show me the froggy. It's called a leggy frog.
Yeah, it's called a leggy froggy.
Okay, so it's the next day, and this is the progress on the Right Round the Corner shawl. So I done most of this at knit group last night, and yeah, I like the way how it's turning out. It's a very easy pattern, if I'm honest. But yeah, I like how these colours are working together. I'm glad I used these because they're like highly contrasting and you can make out the stripes. So yeah, so this is what it looks like. So I'm working on the main body of the shawl at the moment. So that's the middle triangle. And yeah, once I've done that, so in the pattern, it says to weigh your yarn and use half the amount of each. And then when you've used half, you then move on to these side sections. But anyway, I thought I'd show you the progress because it's going to be a few days for me, but a few seconds for you, because I'm working a few night shifts. So not a lot of crafting will be done, at least filming wise anyway. So yeah, I will see you in a few days, seconds. Okay, so it's a few days later because I have just worked a few night shifts, as per usual. Anyway, I am sitting down ready to do some stitch markers. So I've got all my colours, and I have wrote a list of like colour inspirations to incorporate together to make like a little bit of a theme. So yeah, I'm about to sit down and do that. I've got Amora's next vlog on my iPad ready to watch, and she's going around a yarn shop. I love watching those sort of videos, and I love filming them as well. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to do some more stitch markers because I have sold out of quite a lot of the colours in my shop. So I just want to replenish them. So what are we waiting for? Okay, so here they are. They are all finished, just waiting for them to dry. So over here we have Winter Wonderland, we have Pumpkin Spice, and then we have Nebula. And then this one here is Punk Rock Princess. This one here is Wicked. So new themed stitch markers, which will be going in my Ko-fi shop. So yeah, I'm really pleased with them. This little tray I bought from Home Bargains as well. So it keeps them all nice and secure so they don't run away. But anyway, I thought I'd sign off the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have made it this far, leave me your favourite colour in the shape of a heart and leave me a comment down below to let me know which stitch marker set that you like. And if you haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing. That would really help my channel. Thanks again for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!